I have seriously been looking forward to this video for an entire week now. Finally, it's Thursday again, and we're back out here in Cabela's Alaskan Adventures, and last time when we left off, we just got to this new region, South Central Alaska, and we looked at the tags in the outpost, and things seem like they're going to get a lot more difficult than what they've been for our previous hunts. So we're going to get in here and take a look at what we're doing first, because I don't actually remember the order. And yeah, 2 mountain goats, 1 female and 1 male, and we have to use a bow. So, like I said, a little more difficult than what we've had to do so far. This is the first time we're going to be required to use a bow. There is a recurve. I hope that's not the only one. Okay, there's a compound, so we're going to get the compound, just because I think just the fact that we have to hunt with the bow is going to be challenging enough. We'll have to equip that super quick. I think I'm going to keep the 375 equipped just in case we need it. I'm not sure how powerful this bow is going to be, and I also don't know like if we can kind of sight it in or adjust for the drop, because you can do that with guns. I don't know where the target range is back this way, so let's go see. I actually quite like this bow model. The only thing is there's no arrows in the quiver. You can see the quiver there like at the top right of it, but no arrows in it. But, oh, I didn't actually buy any arrows, so I gotta do that before we head out. But 25 yards. Didn't get an arrow cam, but I think that hit pretty much exactly in the bullseye there. Yeah, maybe a little bit low, but certainly that would still be in the lungs. But we don't often get that close to an animal unless it decides to come pay us a visit, so let's just kind of see. I don't know if mountain goats would actually come after us. I certainly wouldn't think so. 50 yards. That's actually not that bad. If we aim, like, maybe bottom the diamond kind of thing, if I can get it in there, it's very finicky. That's not bad. Is there any way that we can actually know the range of animals? Because you can do it with the scope. The scope actually gives you the range. If there's a rangefinder, I think we could actually do pretty well with this. There is a rangefinder. I had no idea that existed in the game, and I was just looking. That's not the right button. It's kind of weird to navigate in this menu. There is medium weight clothing, and I don't think that was unlocked before, so maybe that's more ideal for this area? I'm not sure what I want to go with. Probably that. Seclusion 3D. I actually still wear Seclusion 3D in real life, so we'll go with that. We'll equip all this stuff, and we're gonna apparently go for a mountain goat bow hunt. Okay, I don't know how I didn't know about this, but I accidentally got into this menu as I was doing stuff. There are skill points that we have. I had no idea you could actually, like, add stuff, so it tells you what it affects. Like, there's hook setting and medical aid. Accuracy seems huge, and tracking. I'm not actually sure what that would help us with. Agility, endurance would be kind of nice. And strength is casting and retrieving, so I don't know how to add points. Is it like A and S? Okay, it is, so we'll do like a little bit of that. Good bit of endurance. And I want to go all the way up on perception. And I guess get some stealth in there. So I don't know how I confirm it. Guess like that. And I was trying to figure out if I should just kind of roll with the rangefinder equipped. I feel like that's a good way to get, like, taken out by some kind of dangerous game that I don't even know is out here. But I haven't even used this. I mean, it's pretty basic, but that should be more than useful enough. Alright, that's not what I thought was going to happen. So, luckily this paused it. There's no, like, quick option to switch to your weapon. I think when we hit enter here, it's gonna put us back in the game. I didn't realize they were gonna be aggressive like that. Okay. Let's see what happens here.
One shot. That was all you needed.
That was weird. I don't know how that happens, but, you know, maybe the rangefinder was not as useful as I thought. Really? What are you now? Something's running around right there. Let's claim this. This was our male. Not a trophy legend, but we've pretty much...
It makes me proud to see you on the high scores list.
Thank you. We've pretty much only seen female trophy legends, so that should not be too much of a surprise. Now, I'd like to actually stock up to one, but I don't know what's going to happen when we try to get down here and get closer. Well, whatever this is not too pleased with us.
One shot. That was all you needed.
Well, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if it was actually, like, charging us. I guess either way it was a female, so we're all good. I really thought that was going to be difficult. So that really was easier than I thought it was going to be, but our next hunt here for the special hunt is not really going to be easy. We can actually go into here and see what we got to do. Hunt 10 beavers with a handgun in under 3 hours, which is a bizarre mission to begin with, but we unlocked this 500 Magnum last time, which is way overkill, but I think it'll be interesting, and I wanted to bring it down here to the target range and see if we could actually kind of sight it in. We can. So, I mean, that's a pretty small target. Oh, wow. It's a good thing we're doing this, though. I can't remember how I do it. Okay, just with the arrow keys. We're going to go to about 50 yards there. I think that's going to be probably pretty decent. And then we'll look and get an idea of, like, what the drop's going to be for 25, or, like, how low we have to aim. Can we even bring this all the way up, though? I don't know if, like, 10 is going to be the max. Hopefully not. Okay, it is. So, even still, we're going to be low at, like, 50. But just to get a quick idea, 25 is not too high, so I guess we'll see how this does for us. I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but we need 10 of them, so should be interesting. I still have to comment on the art for these loading screens, though. It's still really nice, but what a bizarre mission this is going to be. We got to go ahead and equip our handgun here. And hopefully being kind of sighted in for around 50 is going to be good, and that timer's going right away, so I guess we better get after this. I hope it doesn't take anywhere near 3 hours, but it should be all the small game here. I know I can remember this being a pain when I was younger. Kinda unfortunate that it ran off right before we got a shot, but
And rest in peace. Now go claim your trophy.
maybe this won't be too bad. I mean, the worst part might be waiting for it to stop sliding, but I mean, 6 score, whatever that means, and
Way to go.
9 more to
Way
go.
Get a high score.
Okay, so that is roughly where we started in for. Let's just kind of see.
Down. Great job.
Wow. That worked better than I thought. There's no way. Okay. I thought that was going to be like an aggressive one. It is going to just run right at us for some reason. Surely they don't actually attack you. That would be bizarre.
One shot.
Is
that
that-
was all you needed?
Is that what was going to happen? Because that seems like a strange concept, but that's apparently a smaller one than we started with. I wonder if there's a Trophy Legend one. I mean, it seems like there's one in most hunts. But anyway, we have 3 now. We're getting smaller and smaller on the scores. But I think we'll probably just do sort of a little montage through these, because this is going to get very repetitive.
Excellent work. One shot. That was all you needed. Really well done. Really well done. Not enough. Bring it down this time. It's not down. That's good. It didn't suffer.
Wow. That didn't even take 10 minutes. I kind of lost count. I wasn't sure if that was number 10 or not. Tons of credits for that, though. What a weird mission. So that's going to be 2 of our 3 hunts, so I think we're going to do one of the fishing challenges now. I just can't believe that mission caused me so much trouble when I was younger. I don't know if it was like the fact that maybe I didn't sight in the handgun, so I was hitting way too low all the time, or what the issue was, but that was way easier than I remember. But we had to go catch 2 sockeye salmon, and we're on a river, so that might be useful information as far as what lure to use. I mean, actually, just reading this, there's not much info. The first 2 specifically talk about fishing in a lake, and the second 2 are for coastal fishing, so maybe we don't gain much information just because we know we're on a river, but we'll kind of head out and do a little trial and error and see what happens. That does look like a salmon, but I don't see any red on it, so I don't think it would be a sockeye. But we'll just bring it in and make sure. And, I mean, assuming it's not a sockeye, at least we probably know a lure that is not going to help us. I still really like that you get to actually, like, work the rod and find that spot where the tension just doesn't rise super fast when you bring it in. I just think that's a cool feature they actually added, but...
Now that's a fish.
There's no red on that. Yeah, that's a silver salmon, so I'm going to say the crankbait is not what we need. That I can see some red on it. It looks a little bit bigger as well, so let's make sure we get this. Man, I don't like the angle ones. But that's kind of odd. It's the shrimp lure that actually got that, and I'm pretty convinced that's a different type of salmon. I can see, like, more, like I said, red coloration, so I think that's going to be it. That's just not what I expected. I'd say it's been a little more difficult to actually bring in as well, so definitely think it's going to be the sockeye that we need. And assuming that's the case, we'll just need one more.
Beautiful fish.
Oh yeah, you can see the red once we got him out of there. Just a little 8-pound one. Felt like a 20-pound one, but not too bad then. Should just need one more.
Way to get a high score.
I'm pretty sure we have that glitch that I had last time, and I didn't actually mention it last time. Let's try to make sure we get this guy hooked here first. Actually, the same direction as the last one. But I hooked a fish last time, and like the entire area that I was fishing turned white, and it's kind of like that again. And basically, when we go back to the outpost, there's going to be like no ground and stuff, but we should be able to save and fix it. So as long as we can get this guy in, shouldn't have to deal with it for too much longer. Where is the spot to bring the tension up? That one's a little bit difficult. He does not want to let us get him. I don't know if he's going to be like a way better sized one, but almost every time he gets like under 10 feet away, he just takes off again. But maybe this is going to be the time that we actually get him out of the water here. And yeah, I mean, you can see the way the screen is. It's super just like white and kind of glitched, but 9-pound salmon, so that is going to be our high score. And we are going to go back to an outpost that has no ground. So yeah, I don't know exactly why that happens sometimes randomly, like when I catch a fish, but I guess it's going to be something we deal with. So we'll just save here and then restart and we should be good. Alright, so we're all good. I don't even remember what the third hunt requires here. I know like there's a lot of Trophy Legend stuff on this region, so we may be getting into something like that now. Yeah, male Grizzly Bear Trophy Legend in under 3 hours with the muzzleloader, so we get to buy new equipment once again. I don't know if we can use the rifle scope with the muzzleloader, or maybe we can't use any. I would say we probably can't use any looking at that. I mean, maybe you can mount a scope on there, but we'll have to take that to the range as well and kind of get everything set for it. Oh, so you can actually equip the scope. That's going to be nice. I mean, this shouldn't be too bad then. It's just going to be finding it, and then probably, I would assume, shooting quite a good number of grizzly bears with the muzzleloader until we get the correct one. So I'm kind of thinking, like, we don't want to zero much beyond, like, 50 yards, because I do certainly think we're going to be having grizzly bears come after us during this, and I don't want to be shooting over them and then being stuck with a muzzleloader reload, because I imagine it's going to take a while. Let's actually see, just kind of take a shot, make sure we're good. For one, I can't move. I'm literally locked in place. That actually was a very short reload, so as long as we sort of take a shot while they're a bit away from us, we're probably okay, but we're gonna have to be careful about that. Okay, so first of all, we're starting literally like right near a bunch of some kind of big game animals. Are you serious? There's 2 back there.
Not enough. Bring it down.
That's apparently not a good enough hit, and the thing is, like, we can't just finish that off now unless that is the Trophy Legend. Which, naturally, it's not going to be that easy. That's a small one. Man, this is going to be... Like, if we're literally dealing with this to begin with, and is the muzzleloader just kind of, like, too weak to instant kill them?
Make sure to bring it down.
Kind of seems that way, but it does get them to turn around, so... I mean, I guess the good thing is, if they're all going to be wandering around wounded, we'll know which ones we haven't actually seen yet. I don't know, I wanted to... Okay, yeah, that was closer than I thought.
You hit it, but it's still moving.
I wanted to kind of be able to, like, track one down. There's something behind us, too, I think. Yeah, that's not the same one. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I'm not a fan of how it's gone so far. Not a Trophy Legend there. And is this going to be... I don't know if it's the same one or a different one. I guess we'll just kind of go around and see what we can do. There's one standing down there, which hasn't seen us yet, but unless we can get tracks from it somehow without it seeing us. I don't like our chances of not getting charged by it. I mean, there's just not a lot of great ways to go about this. Because unless we just sneak around the entire time,
You hit it, but it's still moving.
we're just going to have a bunch of wounded grizzly bears out here until we accidentally trip over the right one, I guess. But that was not it. It's kind of counterintuitive, but I actually think maybe this grizzly bear up here is the one, because it almost seems like it's actively avoiding me. It sort of ran by us there a little while ago. I mean, maybe it's going aggressive now? I guess so.
It's a hit, but
Just
not enough.
one more way to eliminate another one if that's not it. It did definitely seem like it was acting weird. Oh, that actually is it. Okay, so maybe that did mean something that he sort of avoided us the first time. But now, like, from what I can tell, the ones that are wounded will not chase you. So we gotta make sure we stay with him, and when we get another chance, bring him down. He's kind of, sort of in range again. Just not in a place where we can see, and we're close to a cabin, so we're gonna get yelled at. Maybe we should sort of try to get somewhere else. Unless he will go aggressive again?
No shooting a firearm within 50 yards of an inhabited building. Move out.
I mean, I'll take the warning to get the mission done, because I wasn't really too sure about that one, but that should
Okay,
be our grizzly.
That's just your first warning.
Yeah, we're not getting fined for it. I mean, that only took a couple of minutes, really, but it was just like a bunch of elimination. But yeah, 29 score. Funny enough, that's actually the same as what a huge, well, brown bear would be in Classic, so maybe there is some sort of logic behind some of these scores, but yeah. Next shot at 6 yards with a muzzleloader. Just the way these missions end up going.
Proud to see you on the high scores list.
Alright, so, two things. Number one, I think because the missions in this particular video were actually pretty quick, we're probably going to go and do one of the bird shooting tournaments there, but before we do that, some of you guys pointed out in the comments that there actually is a sort of trophy room you can go in, and I think we're going to go do that and take a look at our bears. So we're going to go to the exhibition here, and I think it's this first one right here. Yeah, the 29 scoring grizzly bear shot with the muzzleloader. Cool. I like that. I like that it's actually a thing in this game, because I never realized it was. And I actually didn't realize this till literally just now. I was looking at change category. They have a big game, small game, bird, and fish section. So, really quickly, this is kind of, I think, a shorter video, so we're going to try to just kind of look at everything we have in the lodge, because we haven't gotten to do that yet. So, obviously, our grizzly from today, we had the polar bear that would have been in the tutorial, one of the muskox from, like, the first hunts there. I don't think we got a trophy legend muskox. The bison definitely should be. I don't think it says. I mean, we can go to the details, but it just shows us the score there. We had the mountain goat. That was today, one of the ones that just came after us. The doll sheep, which is the trophy legend, just not a particularly good-looking one. Caribou would have been a trophy legend. We had a moose, which just kind of charged us. I don't think that actually was. We got a random trophy legend cow moose, actually. A lynx, which is interesting. They classify it as big game. Got an Arctic wolf and a gray wolf, and that's as far as we can go with that. So what do we have then in the small game? We're everything but one. We have a coyote, Arctic fox, red fox, wolverine. That's actually kind of cool, the mount they have for that. The beaver, that would have been today. Snowshoe hare, and maybe there's like another kind of rabbit. I'm not sure what we're missing. By the way, that beaver was the first one we killed. I never got a higher scoring one than the very first, but I'm curious like what the birds and fish looks like. There's a harlequin duck and I guess a goose? Yeah, Canada goose. And then we're not going to be able to see the others till maybe we're even done with this bird hunt. And the last thing here is the fish. We got the Arctic char that was in the first area. The Dahlia was the last time. Lake trout, I guess, would have been last time. Northern pike could have been either, but I think our high score was from ice fishing. And then we got our sockeye salmon from today. That actually looks really good. I like that. And silver salmon. I think that was actually in the very first, now that I'm thinking of it. I kind of forgot we had those. But yeah, that's actually cool that they have that. So let's go ahead and go do one of those bird shooting tournaments. I wonder if it's going to be any different than last time. Grouse and ptarmigan. So potentially that is the other two bird species we're missing. In this contest, you'll need to shoot birds. I mean, that much I did figure based on what it said, but Thanks for the information. And they're just flying by here?
You won a high score. Congratulations.
Interesting. Oh, I should have missed that. It's a little faster paced than on the boat, though. Kind of made up for that miss with the double there. I mean, they're definitely going faster already. We only need 1,000 total. Still struggling a little bit more with these. But we must be, like, close to the end already. It's definitely getting a little more challenging. Just the speed they're going. Just trying to make sure we get to gold if we can. Well, there we go. Should have us above gold. But this is a lot more interesting than doing it from the boat. Although certainly more challenging. I just saw my shot hit on that mountain back there. It must not actually be that far away, but we got gold with 14 kills. And that is meant to be the end of this video. But we'll go into the lodge again and just see our new bird species. So that does complete the bird section. So we now have the harlequin duck, the Canada goose, we got a spruce grouse, which looks interesting there, and a ptarmigan, which actually doesn't look too bad. That's actually cool we get to fill like the trophy room as we go, but I kind of think we got away with the easiest hunts in this region in this particular video. I think next time it's going to be a bit more challenging, so we're going to be starting off with 3 stone sheep with a bow, which, if they're aggressive like mountain goes for some reason, that actually shouldn't be an issue. The bow was really not as difficult as I thought it would be. I was kind of basing off like how much the bullet drop is with the rifles, but it seemed fine, at least at close range. Then we have a male Yukon Moose Trophy Legend from at least 60 yards, and you must use the scope. I mean, we certainly would if we're shooting 60 yards away. And that one's talking about Trophy Legends as well. I kind of forget what all we have to do. A male Caribou Trophy Legend in under an hour with a handgun. I mean, it took us, like, whatever it was, 6 minutes, I think, to get the Grizzly Bear Trophy Legend. I would say it's going to be a bit more challenging because they're not all just going to run at us and let us eliminate them, you know, just one by one. But even still, I don't think that's going to be too bad. I know there's one we got to get like 2 Trophy Legends in one hunt. That's going to be the video after next. But, I mean, as always, I enjoy playing this game. I think it's really fun, and I'm looking forward to going after more Trophy Legends. I mean, that was kind of my goal going into this, was to hunt a lot of them. But I like that the hunts actually require us to get it, because then we don't just get away with shooting random ones that show up. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.